Hello. If you are watching this, hopefully you're watching this as the first portion of Typhoid Fever by Frank McCourt. This is going to be the first of a couple of videos, um, possibly two or three, to help you read Typhoid Fever by Frank McCourt. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to look at point of view and theme with it. So while you read, one of the things to keep an eye on would be point of view. Which point of view is it written in? How does that help the story? And then another element to look at would be the theme, the message. What is the writer trying to convey to you? And so keep those in your mind as you take a look at this. But you'll be watching a video, and I'm just testing this, so you're fine. And I'm just doing like a dry run of it, but I am recording myself. I want to see if I can upload it to YouTube and then put it into an Edpuzzle. So I'm just doing this to see how it works. So don't mind me. I'll tell you when I'm really recording. Actually, I'll probably really record when you and Mom go to here. Anyway, the background for typhoid fever. There's some information that you need to know. It's critically important to understand the story. You see this background section when it gives you that in the textbook. Always keep an eye on that and do yourself a favor and read it, especially when you're taking a standardized test. If it gives you that information, a lot of students like to skip it. And a lot of times that really impedes your ability to understand the story. So some background information on this is, it says, Angela's Ashes is Frank McCourt's gritty, moving memoir of growing up in Limerick, Ireland in the 1930s and 1940s. McCourt's family lived in a filthy, overcrowded slum, and bacterial diseases such as typhoid fever and diphtheria were common. And so obviously you can see one of those things is the title of our story, Typhoid Fever. And diphtheria was another disease. And so the explanation continues. Typhoid fever caused by contaminated food or water wastes the whole body. Diphtheria, spread by contact with an infected person, starts with a sore throat and can end in suffocation. Because both infections spread easily, people with these illnesses are quarantined, which we unfortunately are very familiar with now, a term that you understand well. In Ireland, they were isolated in what were called fever hospitals. Most of these hospitals were run by the Catholic Church and staffed by nuns. Catholicism is a popular religion in Ireland. And McCourt caught typhoid fever at age 10 and was sent to a fever hospital. So you can imagine a 10-year-old, you're young and you experienced this quarantine. So you can imagine, you might have younger siblings, not need to imagine, that a 10-year-old in this situation, 1930s, 1940s, no television, just books for entertainment, that would be a difficult situation for quarantine for sure. And that is the situation that Frank McCourt finds himself in a fever hospital run by Catholic nuns. All right. So typhoid fever, a section of the book Angela's Ashes, you'll notice that the story is missing quotation marks. When somebody says something out loud, it is normally marked off by quotation marks. And Frank McCourt skips that punctuation throughout the story. So, but the context will tell you when somebody is saying something out loud. The room next to me is empty till one morning a girl's voice says, "Yoo-hoo, who's there?" I'm not sure if she's talking to me or someone in the room beyond. "Yoo-hoo, boy with the typhoid, are you awake?" I am. "Are you better?" I am. "Well, why are you here?" I don't know. I'm still in the bed. They stick needles in me and give me medicine. What do you look like? I wonder, what kind of a question is that? I don't know what to tell her. "Yoo-hoo, are you there? Typhoid boy." I am. "What's your name?" "Frank." "That's a good name. My name is Patricia Madigan. How old are you?" 10. "Oh, She sounds disappointed. But I'll be 11 in August next month. Well, that's better than 10. I'll be 14 in September. Do you want to know why I'm in the fever hospital? I do. I have diphtheria and something else. What's something else? They don't know. I think I have a disease from foreign parts because my father used to be in Africa. I nearly died. Are you going to tell me what you look like? I have black hair. You and millions. I have brown eyes with bits of green. That's called hazel. You and thousands. I have stitches on the back of my right hand and my 2 feet where they put in the soldier's blood. Oh, did they? They did. You won't be able to stop marching and saluting. There's a swish of habit and click of beads, and then Sister Rita's voice. Now, what's this? There's to be no talking between 2 rooms, especially when it's a boy and a girl. Do you hear me, Patricia? I do, sister. Do you hear me, Francis? I do, sister. You can be giving thanks for your 2 remarkable recoveries. You can be saying the rosary. You can be reading the little messenger of the Sacred Heart that's beside your beds. Don't let me come back and find you talking.